everybody, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the North American server Dark Ninja, back in his T21, this time in Sand River Assault defense mode, now tied for Malinovka Standard West for most Hall of Fame films produced from a single spawn. Lot of mediums. This is during the time when the M46KR and the P58 Mutts were both rentals and first introduced as premium, so all kinds of people playing those tanks and get a lot of battles with just bizarre numbers of mediums. This is a scout map, but all these mediums may throw monkey wrenches into normal play, because normally you move up in here and fight for possession of the middle, and it could turn into a giant free-for-all there. We'll see what happens. No artillery to muddle up the affair. There's 2 scouts apiece and a bunch of mediums, 1 heavy on both teams and a couple TDs, and so let the medium fight begin. I might add, this becomes the #1 T21 Hall of Fame film at the moment. So he's obviously not intimidated by all these mediums out here. Dark Ninja doesn't even waste time loading up AP. He just loads all premium except for 2 rounds of HE. And if you have the money to do it on this tank, you may as well. If you want to run some AP for when you face light targets, go for it. The tank definitely plays better using mostly premium ammo. Dark Ninja and I think we've been in 3 battles on opposite teams in the last couple weeks. We haven't had a good fight yet though. We've never fought each other, and we keep getting these battles where one team just completely sucks. And it doesn't matter how well you play, the one guy just doesn't have a chance to win because everybody on the team plays horribly except them. He's getting lots of shot opportunities. Funny thing is, the enemy team hasn't managed to hit him at all because he's popping out, shooting, and disappearing real quick. You think somebody would zone in on him, but they haven't managed to do it yet. At the same time, he hasn't really had a great sniping support. Gets a fire and takes out the 25/2. Perhaps that LTTB is getting enough spots and has enough support that he's keeping the snipers that should be helping Dark Sniper back out of sight. Oh, here comes the LTTB. Bad choice, dude. You got 2 tanks here. He says, I'm not stopping. My only hope is to keep going. Try to cause some damage before I die. Now, that was actually a good thing. He died, but 95% of the players in that situation would have stopped and tried to back up. And before he get out of sight, without causing any more damage, he would have been dead. So the LTTB unexpectedly discovered more tanks than he thought was there, and he did the right thing. He kept going and trying just to deal damage until he died, and if he got lucky, he manages to escape. Usually the worst thing you can do when you go over a hill or go around a corner and see a bunch of enemy tanks is stop, because it presents a very easy to hit target for the enemy. keep going full speed, blast through them. If you're lucky, they manage to shoot each other when they're trying to hit you. You also force them to actually rotate their turrets to try to keep on you, and sometimes you'll make it through and around another corner and manage to survive. But it keeps you alive longer to where you can get at least a couple shots off before you die, which is better than just stopping.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Penetration. Critical hit. Penetration.
And you can see why he's moving into number 1 here, just non-stop opportunities to shoot. Of course, as soon as I say that, he doesn't have anything to shoot. There they go.
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is damaged.
And the reason he pulled up behind the dune and then pulled back out and just stayed out, because he could see from the gun that his target wasn't trying to shoot back at him. So why bother moving around, throw off your aim? Until that guy turns his gun towards you, just stay out there and pop him as fast as he can relay. Why go around a mountain when you can go over it?
Penetration. Penetration. Enemy armor is hit. They're knocked out.
Another kill. Way more damage. Just the 1 KR to go. He thinks he's hiding back here. Oh, there he is, way far away. So he'll make a run toward him. T21's, I guess, worst quality of a T21 is its relatively slow top speed. He accidentally tracked himself and repaired his tracks, so hopefully he can get in on this last kill and get at least another shot in. Ah! Didn't quite do it, but he tried. He ends up 3,565 points of damage and 3 kills. 41 of 51 shooting, that's 80%. 1,743 assisted damage in 6 spots. Lost 80,742 credits. Survived the fight, got awarded 2,715 XP, got a Confederate medal, and then a spotter, bruiser, arsonist, fire for effect mini medals, and that gives him a first place battle score in the T21 list of 2,765. You knew there was probably going to be a lot of activity in the middle just because both teams had so many mediums. He pulls up here with the CDC along with him. Just numerous targets to shoot. He kept just popping over long enough. Was already aimed in on his target, had his gun pointed in the right direction, pulled up, bam, back up, pull up, bam, back up. And he did that over and over and over through the middle of the fight. The LTTB tried to charge in on him and realized he had help down at the bottom of the ditch, and he wisely kept going and managed to get off a couple more rounds of damage before he died. And by that time, that the middle had started to clear out. Dark Ninja was able to come up, I think, take out the T28 and then start sniping the guys over here before he turned his attentions to the north and went up to get the last Try to get, well, he got a medium up there and was hoping to find the last tank back in here, but it turns out he was over this side, so he had to run to the south, try to get in some last shots. The one thing to really note here, that one tank that was fired, that was sitting over here beside his friend, he was up in this area and he shot at him, immediately pulled behind a dune so he wouldn't have any return fire. When he popped back up, it's like, nope, that guy's not pointing his gun at me. I can just sit here. There's nobody else around that can shoot at me except him. So until he points his gun at me, I don't have to pull back and forth. I want to sit here, stay aimed in, and pump rounds off at him as fast as I can reload. I'm already aimed. I'm already set. All I need to do is squeeze the trigger. And we're running Coca-Cola. He can squeeze off rounds pretty fast. It already has a fast reload, but his is even faster than most. I'm going to have to remember that if I face him in a fight one-on-one. He can outshoot me. Because I don't run Coke. I run binoculars. So, from Sand River, Assault Defense, Dark Ninja, just outshooting the enemy the whole way through the battle. Happy hunting.